this class we are going to discuss about the physical properties of substances. Which are the physical properties of substances? So first physical property is mass and weight. Mass and weight is the first physical property. So what about the mass and about the weight? We know mass means to what? Anything that may be solid, liquid or gas which having something mass. What is mass? The measurement of quantity of matter a body contains is called as mass. Means to what? Any body containing some specific amount that is called as mass. मराठीत सांगायचं झालं तर त्याला आपण वस्तुमान असं म्हणतो. कुठलाही पदार्थ असेल तर त्या पदार्थाला निश्चित असं वस्तुमान असतं. तर ते वस्तुमान म्हणजेच आपण त्याला मास असं म्हणू. तर हा मास द मेजरमेंट ऑफ क्वांटिटी ऑफ मॅटर अ बॉडी कंटेन्स is called as mass. That body is containing something is called as mass. The mass of body does not change its position. The mass of body does not change as its position becomes changed. What is the meaning of this sentence? Whenever the substance is moved from one place to another place, its position can change, but its mass cannot be changed. For example, suppose any object is taken and that object having suppose 500 gram mass, and if that stone is placed from one position to another position, its position can change but mass cannot be changed. Mass remains constant. So mass of body does not change as its position becomes changed. So these points are included for the mass. Then what about the weight? Mass and weight both are the different. Mass and weight both are the difference. What about the weight? The weight of body is result of mass and gravitational force. Whenever any object having something mass and how much gravitational force is attracted to that mass can indicate the weight. The weight of body varies. Means what? Changes, because gravitational attraction can change. We know the gravitational attraction or gravitational force on different object or different planets is different. Suppose on Earth is different, on Moon is different. So gravitational force changes. At that times the weight of that body also changes, because the gravitational force behaves the weight with mass. Hence the mass of body is more fundamental property than weight. Understand this point? Mass of body is fundamental property, that is basic property, than that of the weight. Why? Because mass cannot be changes. It remains constant for all times or at any conditions. Therefore mass is the fundamental property, but weight is not a fundamental property because it can be changed. So that is difference in mass and weight. So the basic unit of mass, that is fundamental quantity, in SI system, B system, SI, international system, in SI system is kilogram. This indicates what? The mass can be measured in kilogram. In which system? SI system. But in CGS system, that mass can be indicates in grams. Say again, the basic unit of mass in SI system is kilogram, while gram is the smaller quantity for weighing the chemicals. In chemistry laboratory, we have to require different weights of the masses, that may be grams, milligrams. At that time, we cannot be refer the SI systems, because in SI systems we can take the weight in kilograms. But in chemical laboratory, we have to require much less quantity, that is milligram, grams. So at that times we can indicates or measures that mass in grams, that is the smaller quantity. For that purpose, the difference apparatus can be also used for measuring that smaller quantity. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. We know that 1000 gram of any substance is the 1 kilogram. That 1000 can also convert into the forms of powers, that is 10 raised to the power 3. So ultimately we can also say 1 kilogram is equal to 10 raised to the power 3 gram. 1 kilogram is equal to 10 raised to the power 3 gram. Then what about the SI unit actually? In above example, we are taken only the SI system for example of mass. But what is actual SI system? In 1960, the General Conference of Weight and Measure, proposed a revised metric system. In 1960, a proposed metric system can be obtained. That proposed revised metric system is called as international system, and that system is follows all over world, not for only in India, that all over world. This system, SI system, can be used for the measurements of different weights. The SI unit has 7 basic units. Actually, that international system can indicate 7 basic units are fundamental quantities as follows. See in table that different fundamental units of that SI units, which are that 7 basic fundamental units. Depending upon that, we can form the number of units, but these are the fundamental or basic units, which are that. See the table. That table can show what? First of all, the physical quantity in first column. The second column can indicate the symbol of that physical quantity. That physical quantity can indicate which symbol for that physical quantity. Then next column for the name of SI unit. Name of SI unit. And last column, that is symbol of SI unit. Symbol of SI unit. See in this table the fundamental or basic units. First physical quantity. First physical fundamental quantity, that is length. We know for measuring area or distance, we have to require the length is the fundamental quantity. We can measure, suppose this distance is 5 meter, 7 meter, 10 meter, or area can also measure. For that purpose, we have to require the length is the basic or fundamental physical property. That length can indicate by the small l. Small l is the symbol of that length. Name of SI unit. of that length is the meter. Means what? Generally we can measure the length in meter, and symbol of that meter is the m. Symbol is the m. So this is the first fundamental quantity. Second one is the mass. Mass. The symbol of mass can indicate by small m, and name of SI unit of that mass. Means what? Mass is measured in kilogram in SI unit, and symbol of that kilogram is the kg. Symbol of that kilogram is the kg. Third physical quantity is the time. The symbol of time is small t, and SI unit for the time is the second, and that can be indicated by the symbol very short, that is s, second. Next, fourth one is the electric current. So the electric current, symbol for electric current, that is I is for the electric current, and name of SI unit is what? The electric current measured in SI unit, that is ampere, and symbol for that SI unit, A, capital A, is the ampere. So these are the four physical quantities. Then fifth physical quantity is the thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. The symbol of that thermodynamic temperature is T, and name of SI unit. Generally temperature is measured in Kelvin. And symbol for that Kelvin is the K. Symbol for that Kelvin is the K according to SI unit. Then next, amount of substance. Is the sixth fundamental quantity. Amount of substance can indicate by N, and the name of SI unit is the mole. Generally it can indicate by symbol mole, MOL. So number of moles of that substance can be measured, that can indicate by the small n. And last property, that is the luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. That luminous intensity can indicate by IV, and its SI unit is the candela. SI unit of that luminous intensity, candela, and symbol is the CD. So these are the 7 basic fundamental quantities. See again, depending upon that 7 basic fundamental quantity, we can form the number of physical quantities. First is the length, that symbol is the L, and name of SI unit is the meter. Symbol for that SI unit is the small m. Again, mass, the symbol is m, and name of SI unit is the kilogram, and symbol for that SI unit is the kilogram, kg. Time is the physical quantity, its symbol is the T, and its SI unit is second, that can be indicated by the S. Next, electric current, symbol is I, SI unit is ampere, and symbol for the capital A. And the thermodynamic temperature is the T, its SI unit is Kelvin, and symbol is for the K. Amount of substance is the N, name of SI unit is mole, and can be indicated by the MOL. Last, luminous intensity, that is IV, name of SI unit is candela, and symbol for the SI unit is the CD. So these are the basic things which are required, to measure anything. So these are called as fundamental quantities. So mass and weight is the first physical property can be seen in this class. What about the mass? Mass means to what? How much content is present in that given body is called as mass. Actually, mass cannot be changed at any conditions when the position can be changed. But weight is different than that of the mass. What is the weight? Weight means to what? Generally the product of, very simple thing, the product of mass and gravitational force. That is called as weight. And weight can be varies. Weight can be varies when the position of that object can be changed. Why? Because the gravitational attraction can be changed. Depending upon that gravitational attraction or force, the weight of that substance becomes changes. So this is the first physical property, that is mass and weight. Next physical property is the length. Next physical property is the length, volume, density and temperature. Length, volume, density and temperature can be seen in tomorrow's class. Okay.